Okay, this is digital set practice test 1. تمام. module 1. This module contains 27 questions. Okay. The arrangement of question, you have 5 question MCQ, multiple choice. Then you have 2 grading question. Then you have another 5. Okay, another 5 MCQ question. Then 2 grading questions. 2. Then 5 MCQ question. Then 1 grading question. Okay, this is 27 question. Okay, let's start. This is module 1. For the first question here, he asks you about what is 10% of 470. This question is easy to do it using calculator because calculator is permitted. Okay, but if you do it as steps, it will be 10% means 10% here means 10 out of 100. Multiply of means multiply. Pay attention about this point. Of means multiply. Multiply 470. Then find the answer. So the answer will be 47 using calculator or pi simplify. Cancel 0 with 0 and another 0 with 0. So the answer will be 47. Answer will be B. As I said in the beginning, if you have any point, just raise your hand or open the mic directly and ask your question or using chat box. For the question number 2, 4x plus 6 equals 18. Which equation has the same solution as the given equation? اوكي. يا شباب هنا في التشويسز هتلاحظ ان انت عندك ال 4x at the left side alone. So direct connects between the given equation and between the choices. Okay, so here subtract 6 from both sides, cancel 6 out, then 4x equals 18 minus 6, direct will be 12. So the answer will be C. Any question here, guys? If you have any question, just send to me. Okay, let's complete. Here in question number 3, the total cost in dollars to rent a surfboard consists of $25 surface fee. ناخد بالنا من الكيورد يا شباب. الكيورد لما يقول لي $25 surface fee ده يعتبر constant. نقدر نقول عليه constant. ساعات بنقول عليه constant. نقول عليه ان هو initial. تمام. نقول عليه ان هو beginning. نقول عليه ان هو start. اي واحده من دول any one of this word means you have constant value. And a $10 per hour rental fee here, $10 per hour. So we have constant 25 must be constant. So you can here in the you know this is constant. You must cancel B, okay, and cancel C. Why? Because it is constant value. But here it's multiplied by T and this is wrong. Okay. يبقى هنا عندك يا شباب ال $25 المفروض ان هم constant ما يكونش changed by multiplication by any constant or variable or unknown. لكن عندي هنا ال $10 per hour rental fee ده بنقول عليه rate of change. ده rate of change. انا بشرح بالتفصيل يا شباب. اوكي. لكن لو انا بحل السؤال هقول لك نحله بسرعه ازاي. الريت اوف تشينج يا شباب ان انا عندي change in money, amount of money per a change in hours. As you more hours, you have more salary. Okay, you have more amount of money. Okay, so here this is called 10 per hour rental fee. Let's complete. A person rents a surfboard for T hours. T hours, okay? So he works T hours. For 1 hour, you have 10 by 1. For 2 hour, 10 by 2. For T hour, 10 by T. So this part already you have it in the inequality. So this will be 10T. 10T. Clear? Okay. Now, if you have an equation now, an equality. you can find the answer direct. Why? Because you must have 25 as a constant and 10t as rate of change. So the answer direct will be D. But how can you explain it is D from the beginning? So the first part we have constant like linear equation, but here we have inequality, linear inequality. So we have y, the form y equal mx plus b. So you have the form y less than or more than, because you have inequality, okay? Less than or more than, okay? And you have here mx plus b. B is constant, which represent here 25. And here m is the rate of change, which is 10. And here t replaced by x. So you have 10t plus 25. Now you have the sign of inequality. How can you determine the sign of inequality? Here, he tells you a person rents a surfboard for 3 hours and intends to spend a maximum of 75. This word, a maximum of, has many congruent means, okay? A maximum of $75, it will be less than or equal, because the maximum is 75. So this word means what? Means 70 less than or equal 75. Okay, let's do it by another color. Okay, so it will be here in this part will be 7 less than or equal 75. This is the meaning of what? The meaning of maximum, a maximum of. If he tells you minimum of $75, it will be more than or equal, like at most and at least. So in this case, you have here less than or equal 75 here, and here you have 10t plus 25. This is the answer. You have any question here? If you have any question, just tell me. Okay, let's complete. Here for question number 4. For question number 4, the function g is defined by g of x equal x squared plus 9. انت عندك هنا function وقال لك find the value of the given function if gx equal 25. gx equal 25. gx means y, this value here. Is this value equal 25? What is the value of x? So just plug in and find the answer using calculator or simplify. And if you have calculator, do it direct will be better, okay? So here you have what? You have 25 equal x squared plus 9. And he asks you about what? About x. You can solve direct. So here minus 9 from the right side, minus 9 from here. This is cancelled. So you have here x squared equals 16. And pay attention to this step here. Sometimes maybe negative, maybe positive. So you take positive or negative root for both sides. So the answer here will be here you have x equal positive or negative root 16 equals positive or negative 4. So the answer is A. This is if you solve it using steps, okay? But using calculator, you can do it, put it in arrange it first like this to be x squared minus 16 equals 0. If you move like this, 16 to the other side here, becomes x squared minus 16 equals 0. So then in this situation, you use calculator. Pay attention about this point. Here, just give me 1 second. Just 1 second, okay. Look here. Here, you have a calculator. You can use it direct. You have x squared minus 16. So you will use mod 5, 3, and put the values, the parameters, coefficient of x squared, which is 1, 1 equal, then b not exist will be 0, coefficient of x equal, and the last one, negative 16 equal, then another equal, you have x1 equal 4 and x2 equal negative 4. You choose the right answer. Is this clear? Okay, so
Yes, thank you.
you are welcome. So in this case here, you use calculator or use steps as you like, but don't forget to use plus or minus root. طب نصيحتي ليك ان انت تستخدم كالكوليتر ادام هي permitted عشان تسيف تايم على قد ما تقدر. تمام. في بعض الاسئله للاسف ما ينفعش تستخدم كالكوليتر للاسف يعني، فلازم تشتغل ستيبس. طيب نشوف الكويستشن اللي بعده. question number 5. Question number 5, he asks you or he tells you each face of a fair is 14-sided. Fair, as we know it before, is 6-sided, but he asks you if you have a fair with 14-sided. So who can tell me about the outcomes of this, the total of outcomes of this fair? How many? How many elements? You can use chat box if you're shy from anything, okay?
How do we know?
Because he tells you 14-sided. Okay, you have here
So 14 sides.
Yes, 14 sides. And here, 14 sided die is labeled with number from 1 to 14. So how many outcomes you have?
14.
14, okay. But if you have double number, like from 1 to 7, numbered from 1 to 7, how many outcomes you have?
7.
Yes, 7. If you have double number, doubled, so it will be 7 outcomes only. Okay, let's complete. Now you have outcomes is 14 element, which a different number with a different number appearing on each face. So we have different numbers, not same number. So we have 14 outcomes. If the die is rolled one time, you throw it one time. Okay, what is the probability of rolling a 2? Probability of rolling a 2, or mean by another way, appearing a 2. So the outcomes here, or we call it the space, okay? Okay, so in this case here, you have the probability equal part over total, or the number of event happens over the total number of outcomes. So if you throw the dice, how many 2 will appear? How many times 2 will appear?
Twice?
How twice? If you
Wait,
you have only, how many 2s you have in the side in the fair? How many 2s from 1 to 14? From 1 to 14, how many 2 you have? Just one. You have here one only. And the outcomes, all of it is 14. So the answer will be A. Excellent, Wale. Okay, well done. Is it understood, guys? I'll give you a question, like challenge, okay? If I tell you, uh, what is the probability of ruling a number which is divisible by 7? The answer will be what? If you ruling the fair and you have, it's very important, guys, because this you may have question like this, okay? يعني انت لو عندك سؤال وقال لك what is the probability of appearing a number divisible by 7, what you gonna do? هتعمل ايه؟ From 1 to 14 you have only two numbers divisible by 7, 7 and 14. So it will be 2 out of 14. or 1 out of 7. Is understood? Okay, let's complete. Here in question number 6, a printer produces posters at a constant rate. At a constant rate of 42 posters per minute. At what rate in posters per hour does the printer produce the posters? Here he gives you the rate posters per minute, and he asks you to find the posters per hour. So we have here 42 posters over 1 minute, and he asks you to find the value poster per hour. What you will do here? Here you will say multiply. Multiply what? 1 hour over 1 hour. 1 hour, you can replace it by what? By 60 minutes, yes? You can replace 1 hour here by 60 minutes. Yes or no? 1 hour over 1 hour equals 1. It's okay, no problem. Now, if you replace 1 hour by 60 minutes, and you cancel minute by minute, you still have poster per hour. So 42 multiply 60, okay? And the answer will be per poster per hour. And the answer will be 2,520. You have any question, guys? You have another way. You have here 42. If you have 42, here you have 42 poster per minute, okay? And you want to convert it from minute to hour. Here, 1 minute. You want to convert it from minute to hour. When you convert it from small unit to greatest unit, you multiply or divide? Who can answer? You said multiply. I didn't know your name. Okay, just you. I have just iPhone. Okay, so I want to call your name, but I don't know it. So it's okay. Here, when you multiply from small unit, when you convert from small unit to large or greatest unit, we divide. Okay. But the inverse, if you convert from greatest unit or large unit to small unit, we multiply. When you convert from meter to centimeter, you multiply by 100. When you convert from kilogram to gram, multiply by 1,000, and so on. So here we divide by 60 and find the answer using calculator. The answer will be 2,520 by another way, poster by hour. So in this case, if you divide minute by 60, you have hour. Is understood? Because 1 hour equals 60 minutes, and 1 minute equal 1 over 60 hour. Is understood, guys, or not? Okay. Okay. Now, let's take question number 7. Question number 7, the function f is defined by the equation if x equals 7x plus 2, what is the value of fx when x equals 4? It's easy. Just you substitute or plug in by 4 in the equation. So you have f of 4 equal 7 multiply 4 plus 2 using calculator or mentally. 7 by 4 equals 28 plus 2 equals 30. اوكي يا ولاء، ممتاز. تمام. طيب يا شباب، ناخد ال question number 8. This question is a word problem about linear application. Okay, so let's read it carefully. Here you have a teacher is creating an assignment worth 70 points. This is represent total. Okay, the assignment worth 70 points. The assignment will consist of questions worth 1 point, and some questions for each question 1 point, and questions worth 3 points. Which equation represents the situation where x represent the number of 1 point questions and y represent the number of 3 points question? So here he give you this choices A, B, C, D. Okay. Here you have two kind of question. You have 1 point question, and each one has one, and the first one 1 point questions and 3 point question. The 1 point question represent x. X represents the number of one, so 1 point question. Clear? So if you have x question, this is number of question, multiply 1 equals what? Equals 1x. And if you have y, this is the for the kind of question, number of questions, okay, of 3 point, which take 3 points. So y multiply what? Multiply 3 points. It will be 3y. And their sum 70 points. So it will be x plus 3y equals 70. Is this clear or not? So the answer will be D. Don't hesitate to answer me, to tell me that you can't understand. It's okay, no problem. I can repeat many times. So here you will say x plus 3y equals 70. This is the total value of the assignment, 70 points. Okay, let's take the next question. Question number 9. This question talk about similarity. Right triangles LMN and BQR are similar, where L and M corresponds to B and Q respectively, which means L relates or corresponding to B and M correspond to Q. And he tells you angle M has a measure of 53. Angle M, which correspond to Q, okay, has a measure of 53 degree. What is the measure of angle Q? هنا الانجل M يا شباب opposite to angle Q. ادام عندي similarity لازم تبقى فاهم يعني السيميلاريتي دي بتقول لك ايه؟ ايه السيميلاريتي في التراينجلز؟ السيميلاريتي في التراينجلز مهم يا شباب جدا، وبيجي عليه اسئله خادعه شويه. السيميلاريتي اوف تراينجلز ليها حاجتين مهمين جدا، ان الكورسبوندينج انجلز congruent. Just wait. Number 1, corresponding angles congruent. Number 2, corresponding sides are proportional. دي حاجتين مهمين جدا. السؤال this question I will give it to you by another way, but after we solve it, okay? Just wait. Bismillah. Okay. Here, he tells you that the measure of angle M equal 53, and angle M is corresponding and congruent to angle Q, as he tells me, similarity and correspond. So the measure of angle M will be the same measure of angle Q. So the answer will be 53. And the other idea, he can tell you what is the measure of angle B in this case. What is the answer, guys? If he tells you, find the measure of angle B, not Q. Who can tell me the answer in this case? It's hard. Hmm. Okay, Aida. طيب, you have a question. This question, he tells you, write triangles. Write triangles L, M, N, and B, R, Q. I will draw two triangles, and they are similar. Okay, this triangle here, and another triangle. You can open your mic, Aida, to explain with voice. It will be better for you, okay? If you want to open, يعني, as you like. He tells you you have to write triangles, okay? L, M, N, and B, Q, R. I will give you here a small point like this. Say this is, for example, angle M, corresponding angle is 53. This is not here, not right triangles, but suppose this is angle M and this is angle L here, LM, and this is N. And the other triangle, BQR. B is related to L, so here this is B, and this is Q, this is R, and this is Q. Okay, we have two triangles like this, and they are similar. In this case, you must know that each angle corresponding to the given, like L correspond to P. So L must be congruent to B. L and P have the same measure. And also Q, M, and Q have the same measure. This is from similarity, from this keyword. It's very important. As we said, number 1 and in number 2. Now he tells you angle M 53. This angle here 53. And he asks you, what is the measure of angle Q? Right now we said that angle M congruent to angle Q. So if angle M 53, angle Q must be 53. Is understood, Aida? Okay, Aida. Understood? Okay. The other question I ask you, if he asks you about angle B or angle L, what you gonna do? في الحالة دي يا شباب, you will subtract 90 minus 53 to find which angle? To find L or B. It will be 90 minus 35. So pay attention about this point. Pay attention because the acute angles inside right triangles are complementary. يعني ايه complementary يا مستر؟ يعني their sum equal 90 degree. تمام يا شباب؟ يعني الانجل L plus الانجل M, okay, equal 90 degree. Is understood? Any question? Okay, let's complete. Here in the question number 10, this kind of question, he asks you the solution to the given system of equation is x and y. What is the value of x? This question, guys, you can solve it using calculator. It's so easy. Okay, using mode 5.1. Clear? So, but first arrange the given equation because the first one, y equal negative 3x, not arranged or not in order. This given is okay, Wala. Look, Wala. This session is for SAT digital SAT, okay, for grade 9 and grade 10, and also some of student in grade 11 take SAT 1. It's okay, no problem. And the same ideas exist in EST 1, EST 2, and also Act 1 and Act 2. So as we know, we have a basics in the level 1, the first exam for set 1, act 1, ist 1, we have a basics, then we have extra topics. We take it in act 2 and ist 2. But the whole basics, you take it in ist or set or act 1, you already have it in the ist 2 and act 2, but not by the same amount, maybe less. Okay? Welcome. Okay, here this is called standard form. We work now with the standard form. Okay? Standard form like this here, ax plus by equals c. Clear? So here, to find the answer, arrange this equation first to be move negative 3x to the other side, to the left side, okay? To the other side by positive sign, change the sign, so it will be 3x plus y equals 0. And second equation will be the same, 4x plus y equals 15. Now, you have the coefficient of x and coefficient of y and the absolute term. Use mode 5, 1 using calculator like this, mode 5, 1. And you have here two rows, one for the first equation and one for the second equation. The first equation, you already have 3 as a coefficient of x, so press 3 equal. Then y has coefficient of 1, 1 equal. Then 0 equal. Then the second equation, 4 coefficient of x equal. Then y as coefficient 1 as coefficient of y. Then the last part, 15 as constant for second equation. Then press equal. So here we have x equal 15, okay, and y equal negative 45. Okay, so x equal 15 and y equal negative 45. Okay, guys, so here x equal 15 and y equal negative 45. He asked about what? Ask about the value of x. So the answer will be C. Okay, guys, any question? Okay, let's complete for question number 11. This topic called line of best fit, okay, or linear model scatter plot by two names, يعني maybe a scatter plot or line of best fit sometimes, but this scatter plot is close to a linear relation. Okay, this here linear model or scatter plot, he asked about which of the following equation is the most appropriate linear model for the data shown in the scatter plot. Here we have scatter plot, and he asks you which one here is related to the given information. Firstly, differentiate between slope, the line is positive or negative slope, because this one cancel out at least one or two choices. How? Here, this line has negative slope. If you have line like this, increase from left to right, you have positive like this. This is positive in this shape. But if you have the inverse like this, negative. So now this is canceled, and you have what? Negative slope. If you have negative slope here, the slope of x here is negative, and here is negative. But down here, C and D, positive. Cancel this one, cancel this one. Then your answer may be A or B. How can you differentiate between the other two equation, A and B? Find the y-intercept. The y-intercept here may be positive, may be equal 0, may be negative. The intersection here, guys, positive or negative or equal 0? I hear you. Yes, excellent. It's positive. Positive here. So this is right, this is wrong, this is wrong. So the answer must be positive. The answer is B. You didn't need to find the slope. You didn't need to find the y-intercept. Understood, guys? Any question? Okay. Let's complete question number 12. In this question, he give you a graph. The graph of y equal fx is showing where the function f is defined by fx equal ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, which means you have cubic function. About the questions, he tells you that parameters a, b, c are constant. For how many values of x does fx equal 0? Fx means what? Fx means y equals 0. And if y equals 0, if x equals 0 means y equals 0. And if y equals 0, so he asked about x-intercept. So how many x-intercepts you have here in the graph? How many x-intercept? The x-intercept here means the intersection points between the graph and x-axis. So the intersection, how many points here? How many intersection? 1, 2, 3. So answer will be C. 3 intersection or 3 values of x. Make fx equal 0. Is this understood? Okay, let's complete question number 13. Okay, in this question here, سؤال number 13 يا شباب بيقول لي هنا Vivian bought party hats and cupcakes for $71. Each package of party hats costs $3 and each cupcake costs $1. If Vivian bought 10 packages of party hats, how many cupcakes did she buy? طيب تعال نفصل كده الكويستشنز بارت بارت كده عشان يبقى انت فاهم انت ماشي ازاي. اولا هو في البدايه خالص قال لك ان هي both party hats and cupcakes together, this is amount or total, this total or amount, okay, total amount, okay, or total cost is $71. Then it tells you each package of party hats cost $3. Each and $3, this means rate of change, which means you have 3B. For each package, you have to pay $3. This is number one. Number two, and each cupcake costs $1. So 1C. Now he asks you, stop here. Can you here find equation for this situation? We stop here now. Yeah, we can find equation because 3B plus 1C equals 71. 3B plus 1C equals 71. The total cost for B packages of party hats and C cupcakes, number of cupcakes for $1. Now the question is, if Vivian bought 10 packages of party, which means B equal 10, find C. This is the question. How many cupcakes did she buy? So here it will be 3 multiply 10 plus C equals 71. Now shift solve. Shift solve and save your time. طيب shift solve, how can you do it if you don't know? Shift solve will be like this. Here you will write 3 multiply 10, or you can say 3 multiply 10 direct equal 30. Then here plus alpha x, which represent C. Okay. Then alpha equal 71. Then shift solve. Then equal, so x equal 41. This way we call it shift solve. You can do it directly. So here C equal 41, and this is your answer. Yes, yes, Aida. Excellent. Yes, well done. Okay, let's see question number 14. You have here z squared. You have z squared is z squared plus 10 z minus 24 equals 0. What is one of the solutions to the given equation? He asks you about just one solution to the given equation. Here, directly use mode 5-3 and find one possible value or one solution for the given equation. The other solution, you can do it by factorization, but this way you use it when you have section 3, no calculator section, but now you can use direct mode 5-3. Mode 5-3. A, coefficient of z squared equal 1, B, coefficient of z equal 10, and C, constant or absolute term negative 24. Use mode 5-3 using calculator like this. Okay. And here it will be mode 5-3. A equals 1 equal, then 10 equal, then negative 24 equal. Then another equal. So x1 equal 2 is the first solution. And the second solution, x equal negative 12. Okay. So we can choose the easier one. Here, x equals 2 or x equal negative 12. Both are right. And you can put them in the exam, in the grading section. Okay. Is this clear? Any question? Here in this question number 15, we have this topic is called continuous percent. This topic called continuous percent. Continuous percent has a rule. The rule for continuous percent, I will write it here up. Here. You have the total or remaining, but here we have growing. So I will write the total. Total equal as a function equal x naught, which means the starting value or the beginning or the initial amount, the initial population, whatever, initial observation like this. Okay. Multiply the rate of increase by percent, maybe by percent increase or decrease, maybe double or triple, or like half-life time if you have radioactive substance, so you have decay. But here, let's read and find. Here, this is the rate of increase or decrease according to the value he gave it to you, the increasing rate or decreasing rate or growing rate. And here you have the power is unit over value. And inside here, inside the bracket, you put 1, maybe increase by specific percent, increase by 20%, increase by 30%, then it will be 1 plus R%. And if you have decrease by R%, will be 1 minus R%. Okay, then if you have, okay, 1 plus R%, and here 1 minus R%. If you have double, you put 2. If you have triple, put 3. If you have half-life time, put half. Let's read here and see what we can do. Bacteria are growing in a liquid growth medium. There were 300 cells per millimeter during an initial observation. So this value here represents x naught. So x naught equal 300,000. So you can write here T equal 300,000. And inside the bracket, what is the growth rate? It is by percent or by triple or by double. Let's read. The number of cells per millimeter or per millimeter doubles every 3 hours. Doubles every 3 hours. Pay attention here. Doubles means 2. And every 3 hours, now we have to write the power. The power, this is the shape of the power, unit over value. The unit by hours. So here we have hour up. And over the unit 3 down here. This is a rule for continuous percent. Just you apply it. Put the initial amount, put the growth rate, and put here the unit over value. Maybe for each hour or every hour. So in this case will be h only. H over 1 equal h. Every 3 hours. So it will be h out of 3. Now what is required? How many cells per millimeter will there be 15 hours after? 15 hours means you replace 15 by replace h by 15. Replace h here by 15. He asks you after 15 hours, what is the 15 hours after the initial observation, what is the cells? How many cells? Okay, so you will see, you will write t equal 300,000 multiply 2 power 15 over 3 or power 5 in general, and find the answer using calculator. Any question, guys, here for this question? Here's the answer will be 9,600,000 cells. D. Okay, next question. Question number 16. Here in this question, which expression is equivalent to 6x power 8 y squared plus 12x? Here in this, you can make like which one is corresponding to the power. And here we have, you can choose direct, you can solve each one. Okay, we have two ways or more two ways. You can solve each one of this and find the answer, but this take time from you. Maybe the answer is D. Okay, we have another one. You can replace x and y by a given numbers. You can say suppose x equal 1, suppose y equal 1, and find the equivalent expressions. This is another way. And also you can just compare between the powers here and the multiplication here. As we know, when you multiply powers, when you multiply bases, which like bases, yeah, same bases, you add the power. And vice versa, the inverse. If you divide same bases, okay, we subtract the powers. So you can see here, x squared multiply x power 6, okay, equals x power 8. Clear? But y squared will be the same, but 6 multiply 2 by another way, okay? So it will be what? It will be like this. 6 multiply 2 equals 12. And here, x squared multiply x power 6, x power 8. And here you have y squared. And this one not equivalent. The second one is the same. Why? Here you have two terms, binomial. Here you have binomial. Binomial is multiplication. Maybe multiplication. Monomial by binomial to find binomial. What's the meaning of binomial, mister? Binomial is expression which contains only two terms. And monomial is one expression, which contains only one term. So first one and second one is refused. Because if you multiplied monomial by monomial, you already have monomial, one term. And here also, one term. So A and B canceled. Now you have C and D. 6 multiply 1 equal 6. X squared multiply x power 6, x power 8. And y squared. This is the first term multiply second term using distributive property. 6 by 1 equals 6. X squared multiply x power 6 equals x power 8. Y squared multiply 1 equals y squared. Then the second part here. 6x squared y squared multiply 2. Okay, so it will be what? 6 multiply 2 equals 12. And x squared the same. And here y squared the same. Here in this part, I think here from the editing the file, we have here problem. This question here, not only 12x. So I think this is from the editing, this is will be 12x squared here, y squared. This is the expression, but this is mistake by editing the file. Okay, so here we have 6x power 8 y power 2 plus 12x squared y squared. So the answer will be C. You have same answer. By another way, you can substitute, for example, suppose that x equal 1 and y equal 1. Then guess we check, try error between the given expression and the choices. Is this clear? You have any question? You can use by any way you prefer. It's okay, no problem. Okay. The last question here, question number 17. Here's this question. A neighborhood consists of a 2-hectare park and a 35-hectare residential area. So we have here 2-hectare park. This is the first type or first kind, and 35-hectare residential area. The total number of trees in the neighborhood is 3,934, and the equation he gave it to you already here represents the situation. Which of the following is the best interpretation of X in this context? What the meaning of X here? Okay, guys, who can tell me the answer for this question? Question number 17. Here you have first choice, the average number of trees per hectare in the park. B, the average number of trees per hectare in the residential area. C, total number of trees in the park, and the total number. D, the total number of trees in the residential area. Do you think which one? طيب اوكي، بصوا يا شباب، هنا ال 3934 دي represent the total number. اوكي، التوتال نمبر اوف ايه؟ التوتال نمبر اوف trees in the neighborhood. معنى كده ان البارت ده يعتبر التوتال نمبر في residential area and ال 2x represent ال total number in the park. تمام. طيب ال 2x total، ال 2x هي عباره عن توتال كلها على بعضها، يبقى معنى كده ان التوتال ما ينفعش معايا خالص لان ده توتال، ال 2x توتال. لكن ال x must be average number، must be average number. تمام، لان ممكن يزيد ممكن يقل على حسب الواي والاكس والاريا بتاعتك فيها قد ايه، ما تقدرش انت تعمل كاونت لكل التريز اللي عندك. فده يعتبر average number of trees per hectare in the park because x is related to 2-hectare park. So the answer will be A. Any question, guys? Okay.